Hello everyone, in today's video you will see the burning hat and the process of casting glass, as well as many other amazing manufacturing processes. Doesn't it sound interesting? If you are curious, don't close this video, welcome to the Top Station channel, and then we will introduce you to the fascinating world of technology. Come and watch the video. 1. Glass. Glass casting and cutting. Are you wondering how the glass plate is stretched? Isn't it? That's a pity, because the stretching of glass requires speed and precision, which is an amazing process. Please imagine a furnace full of fuzzy glass. This molten fuzzy glass must be scooped up with a large spoon, quickly transported to the casting table, poured on the metal plate, and special machines are used to flatten the hot lava and use grooved cylindrical rollers to stretch the glass to create beautiful textures. This glass can effectively diffuse light and create a special coziness in the house. The edge glass is sometimes completed with 2 rollers, and the process is also impressive. But the glass salting is definitely not the last stage of this glass factory tour. In order to prevent the glass from bursting suddenly, it must be transferred to the furnace, heated to a certain temperature and then slowly cooled down. The glass is placed in the furnace for several hours. Depending on the type of glass, the annealing temperature can reach up to 1,200 degrees. After this, the glass can resist temperature changes and mechanical shocks. However, glass is still very fragile, and it is certainly not recommended to hit it with a hammer. By the way, before the glass plates are sent to the customer, they must be cut first. This step requires considerable skill. The operator's job is not only to cut the glass, but also to check the quality of the heat treatment. They check it with their own eyes, without using any equipment. I don't know why, but I always feel that their eyes are very reliable. If you are not tired of glass yet, please watch Steve cutting 3 round glasses. He cut the glass in less than a minute. If it were an ordinary person, he would soon cut his finger and would not be able to find a band-aid in the same time. Large-scale production requires mechanization, but this does not mean that manual work must be abandoned. This man's work ability is admirable. 2. Paper. How is traditional paper made? First, wet cellulose is spread into a flat plate and then pressed. After the work is completed, we can not only write on it, but also use it to print banknotes and use it. It is an indispensable item in life in other aspects. Many people may know how paper is made, but please take a look at the traditional Chinese paper-making method to be introduced next. If you want to make a 3-meter, 60-centimeter wide, and 11-meter long ruler, you need a team of 44 people. First, place the rice fibers on a frame covered with coarse bamboo cloth. When doing this operation, you need to coordinate your breathing and listen carefully to the sound of water with your ears to make the rice fibers flat. Then dry the paper, and be careful not to damage the paper that is easy to tear. This manufacturing method has 108 different steps, 80% of which are based on ancient manual techniques. It is really not an easy task. 3. Hats. Hats, cowboy hats, are both traditional and popular hats, and even the most notorious celebrities occasionally wear them in public. Do you have a cowboy hat at home? Please leave a message to tell us. In the meantime, we are going to visit the factory that makes cowboy hats. One thing may surprise you, but cowboy hats are not made of leather, but animal hair. If you had known this, you should not have thrown away the cat hair at home. You would have made a lot of hats with that hair. Speaking of animal hair, of course not cat hair, it will become felt material after passing it through 2 rollers. The material is cut into round shapes and soaked in hot water to make a semi-finished dome hat. At this time, the hat cannot be worn. If it is heated and formed with a special machine, it will become very similar to Indiana Jones's hat. What needs to be done next is to add some decorations, so that it becomes a high-quality hat that can be worn on the head of a celebrity. Speaking of decorations, what will happen if the hat is set on fire? Surprisingly, even if it catches fire, the hat is not damaged. On the contrary, it still looks great and full of exotic style. In addition, the burned felt gives a sense of antique. Do you like this hat? We think it looks good. 4. Bicycle wheels. The manufacturing of bicycle wheels starts with steel wire, which is wrapped around a large roll and shipped to the factory for processing. The wire is first unwound from the roll, then straightened and cut into rods of the correct size. Other machines are used to make the rods into floats, while carving threads on one side of the rod and flattening the other side. Aluminum rods with complex shapes are also shipped to this factory. The aluminum rods are placed in a bending machine with 3 rollers, which will become the rims, which will then be assembled on the wheels. After welding the joints of this rim and drilling holes for the copper head and spokes, all the parts can now be assembled. The rim floats and the machined aluminum flower bones are combined. This factory also produces carbon wheels, but the production technology is different. Carbon rims are actually made of carbon fiber, and the wheels are connected to the base and then baked in an oven like bread. This wheel is equipped with a lightweight Tanhua Valley and tested after assembly. First, it is placed on a special platform, and then it is tested on the road. 5. Laser engraving. If you have precious metal items, you may want to add some signatures or some decorations to make them more special, but how to do it? Maybe Sauron's magic can help, but this method is not suitable for the human world. Hand engraving is very suitable for this purpose. However, the technology of hand engraving not only requires a lot of learning, but also innate talent. Such engraving is not so popular. Fortunately, lasers can now help us engrave. Lasers can quickly and smoothly engrave beautiful patterns on rings, or mark scales on camera lenses. Not only that, but you can also engrave cute puppies on mugs. 6. Cable and wire packaging. Next, you will see how cables are packaged. Of course, smart humans handed the task over to machines, which was also a wise decision. Why do you say that? Because it takes a lot of time to wrap the packaging material around a roll of cable manually, but the machine can do it in a short time. Our eyes can hardly keep up with its speed. This is another type of packaging machine, which is used to package coils of steel wire. Doesn't this machine look like a toy? A device that shuttles back and forth on the train track, while moving along the track, or wrapping the product with a plastic bag. 7. Himalayan pink. Himalayan rock is an extremely beautiful mineral that can be mined in underground mines in the rock mountains of Pakistan. According to legend, the rock deposits in the province of Punjab were discovered by soldiers from Alexander. When the soldiers saw the tired horses licking the stone on the mountain, they realized that it was a rare pink crystal. Whether this legend is true or not, Himalayan pink is very popular now. You may not know that this color is specially used to sprinkle on food. The reason why pink has such a dreamy color is that it contains a lot of iron, potassium, and magnesium. It is said that the taste of Himalayan pink is very light and has a light aroma, but perhaps only gourmets can discover this. We don't know if Himalayan pink is any special difference compared to ordinary table salt. What do you think? We are very interested in this, so please write your thoughts on the message board. By the way, pink rock is also used to make rock lamps. This magical rock is mined from the world's second largest rock mine, the Kula mine. The length of the mine is about 40 kilometers. Passages and rooms are dug out in the huge bedrock, but part of the rock is left to support the entire huge mine. This mine mines 450,000 tons of rock every year. Once the rocks are brought to the surface, they are carefully sorted by size and quality, then transported to different places for their use, dried, and ground to remove moisture. The result is beautiful table salt crystals that can be used to decorate dishes, while the largest and most beautiful stones are used to make lamps or other beautiful souvenirs. After the rocks are cut to the required lengths and holes are punched to place the light bulbs, the remaining work is to make the rock lampshades into the required shapes, some of which are very delicate, and finally send the products to stores for sale. As far as we know, it is completely fine to lick the salt lamp with your tongue, and it tastes just like ordinary table salt. Just don't overdo it. Even if the salt comes from the Himalayas, eating too much is harmful to your health. The above video today ends here. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content of the video, you should already know what to do, right? Please remember to help like and share it on social networking sites, and press the small bell for notifications to your friends and relatives and leave us a message. Thank you for your support and help. So it's time to say goodbye for now. Let's look forward to the next video together. Bye.